He said, if you ever think about becoming a Christian, you will no longer be my daughter. Muhammad took lives so that people would come to Islam. Jesus gave his life so that we can be in heaven with him. That's when I knew that Christianity is the way that would lead me to God. I would go to church every Sunday, even as a Muslim. In my heart, I knew the truth, but I did not want to follow the truth because I knew the consequences. If you announce that Jesus is God and is the Son of God, Islam itself, if you become a Christian, they can execute you. When I talked to my dad about that, and I said, Dad, did you know that Islam allows to behead Christians, to behead people that are innocent? He said, if you ever think about becoming a Christian, you will no longer be my daughter. So I was in a very big dilemma in my head because I knew the truth, and yet I could not accept it. I knew that once I would accept Jesus as my Lord and my Savior and as God, I would lose my parents. I would lose my connections with my family, with my brothers, with my sisters that I grew up with for the past 20 years. And one night, I laid down in bed, and I knew I was overwhelmed. I knew that I had been carrying this burden on my shoulder. All of a sudden, I closed my eyes and I said, God, forgive me because I cannot accept you for who you are. And it was at that time that Jesus appeared to me. He had a great, wonderful, smiley face. I would not call that a dream because I was awake. It would be a vision for sure. And it was at that moment that I decided to follow him, regardless of the consequences. What we need to do is keep our eyes on him so that we can see that plan, so that we can hear him talk to us and tell us what we need to do. I didn't have the courage, I should say, to tell my parents. I did not tell them face to face. I wrote them a letter. I love Jesus and I'm following him. I love the next day's feeling, which is April 20th. In that day, I didn't have to worry about carrying a burden on me. I can feel God saying to me, I am proud of you, my daughter. I'm proud of you. Each one of us, God chose us to follow him. He has a plan for us and to leave everything behind, to follow the one that is true, the one that's the light, and the one that's the door. God is reaching Muslims all over the world, and he is also meeting Hindus, Buddhists, agnostics, atheists, and people of all different faiths in unique and miraculous ways. He met me and reached out to me through someone who loved me enough to tell me the truth about Jesus.